God. What happened? Where were you?
I called you as soon as I could.
I almost killed Sonny Corinthos last night. I thought he got to you.
Someone tried to kill me last night, John. But it wasn't Sonny. I stayed the night at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. There's no way I was going to stay in Daddy's house last night.
You need to tell me everything.
I went to visit him at the hospital. And I guess while I was there visiting, somebody tampered with my brakes. My car went over the bluff near the lookout. And then this guy chased me through the woods, tried to shoot me. I got away.
That's exactly why you can't get out.
Yeah. I'm already working on that. I'm going to tell that judge all about how Daddy tried to shoot your mom and how he shot her and...
Don't waste your breath. Trevor cleared that up years ago. An intruder shot my mother. Case closed.
There's no statute of limitations on murder, John. Considering my car was tampered with shortly after Daddy threatened me, I should be able to convince the judge that Anthony Zakara is as dangerous as ever. Let's go.
I'd wish you luck, but I wouldn't mean it.
I know.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Marcus Wright.
Court is in session. Are the parties ready?
Yes, Your Honor. The District Attorney's Office would like to appoint Ms. Diane Miller as special prosecutor. Ms. Miller will be serving as co-counsel.
And, Your Honor, with the court's permission, defense would like to submit Trevor Lansing as co-counsel.
Thank you, Mr. Lansing. Madam District Attorney, the court will now hear arguments on whether Anthony...
I object. I object. Damien Spinelli, Your Honor, for the people of Port Charles.
Your Honor, I object.
Let's hear what the young man has to say.
I come with dire warnings of the consequences if this courtship decides to unleash the unhinged one on the people of this fair city. The murderous Mr. Zakara personally chased me through the underbelly of the castle, Windermere.
I heard you now, Mr. Spinelli.
And the Dark Lansings, the senior and field, joining forces against all that is fine and good.
Really? Shut up, Mr. Spinelli, now! Madam District Attorney, is this your witness?
No, Your Honor.
Then you won't mind if he leaves.
Your Honor, with all due respect, I have the right, nay, the obligation to witness these proceedings. And I...
Escort him out.
No, Your Honor, Your Honor, removal is punishment for the denizens of darkness. The jackal is on the side of right.
You may leave on your own or be arrested. Which will it be?
Have a good day, Your Honor. Your Worship, Holiness. I think he's warmed up.
I hope the DA maintains control much better over her other witnesses.
I can assure you, Your Honor, that Mr. Spinelli is not one of our witnesses. However, given the level of disruption, I'm going to request a continuance.
Mr. Lansing?
Your Honor, I see no reason to delay this hearing. Mr. Zakara has been in custody far too long.
So let's move forward now.
All right. Well, Your Honor, I'm sorry for the disruption, but what I would like to say is that Mr. Spinelli was correct in one thing, that Mr. Zakara is in fact a killer. It is well documented that this defendant did in fact go on a homicidal rampage. There is also no question that the actions of Mr. Zakara seem incomprehensible, that they are consistent with the actions of a mob boss. They are violent, they are unpredictable, and they're designed to target its enemy. We're aware that the defense has deposed medical experts that will testify to the fact that Mr. Zakara may have been schizophrenic at the time of this latest rampage. But it is our office's position that Mr. Zakara knew and understood the difference between right and wrong. He knew that his actions were wrong, which is why he avoided capture. He also was aware enough to know to target his enemies. Okay, so that being said, even if our office were to stipulate that Mr. Zakara was in fact mentally ill at the time of this black and white ball, he is no longer mentally ill and able to stand trial. So it is our position that Mr. Zakara is legally subject to answer to our charges. Thank you.
Your Honor, the court knows full well that you cannot convict a man on hearsay without proof. Anthony Zakara is a very wealthy and very powerful man, which makes him subject to slander. Those who want to undercut his power, those who want to take away what he's worked so hard for his entire life. Look, being powerful doesn't make you popular, but it doesn't make you a criminal. Now, what we do know about my client, he was ill with schizophrenia, very ill, and as such, he is not responsible for the crimes that he committed. Now, thanks to the miracle of modern medicine, Anthony Zakara has had his sanity restored. And we do have medical experts who will testify that not only is Anthony Zakara sane, but he does understand the difference between right and wrong. And he is ready and willing to be a fully functioning member of society once again. Anthony Zakara just wants to go home and spend time with his children, who are in this court today. So we petition the court to give Mr. Zakara his basic human rights back. He's already regained his sanity. Give him his freedom.
Court will hear testimony now. Ms. Davis.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. I'd like to call Claudia Zakara to the stand, please.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Can you state your name for the court, please?
Claudia Antonia Zakara.
Thank you. Ms. Zakara, what is your relationship, if any, with the defendant?
He's my father and his daughter.
Do you spend much time with your father?
He sent me to live with my mother and her family in Italy when I was 16 years old. I only returned to this country a few months ago.
So when you left for Europe at the age of 16, did your father exhibit the signs of good mental health?
He was already starting to get sick.
Would you say that your father was still suffering from schizophrenia when you
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is not an expert.
I certainly a daughter can testify to her own father's behavior. I'm just wanting to know what she noticed or if she noticed a difference in his behavior when she returned.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Ms. Zakara, you may answer the question.
He seemed perfectly normal, sane, since I've been back.
In the time since you've been back, has your father ever threatened your life?